Have you ever wondered how some organizations are able to produce predictable results every year? This is because they're always measuring their progress so they can predict. More specifically, I'm talking about the ability to predict, to course correct if needed, or to address an issue earlier than later. The earlier you see something going off track in a quarter, the more likely it is that you can figure out what the underlying performance issues are, and you can make adjustments in time so the results you want in that quarter are achievable, rather than you compensating for the shortfall in the next quarter. Now, you do this by defining the right KPIs or key performance indicators and reviewing them on a weekly basis. Here lies a major issue. Most companies will throw around the word KPI like a buzzword and start to create multiple dashboards with these charts and graphs that have no real meaning behind it. Here's a real life example of a company that I work with. They gave each members in their team the ability to create these BI cards. The result was an overload of data with no real meaning behind it. Simplicity is the key to every part of your business. Also, most organizations only focus on financial measures for their KPI, and this is where they're doing it wrong. You need to be able to define the top 8 to 12 numbers that you as a leadership team need to see to make swift decisions. You do this by creating what's called a Balance Scorecard. What's going on, guys? Velani here from Velani Consulting. Now, how many of you guys have actually heard about a Balance Scorecard? Let me know in the comment box below whether you have or have not. The Balance Scorecard is actually a strategic performance management tool, and it was developed by Dr. Robert Kaplan and Dr. David Norton back in 1992. They had examined the most successful businesses across the world, and they found similarities in the way they were all being ran. Each of these top performing companies had a very clear vision and a strategy, and it was managed across 4 key areas. They looked at finance, customers, internal processes, and knowledge and growth. This provided the balance between financial and non-financial measures. The financial perspective looks at the top level financial objectives to answer the question, how do we look to our shareholders? The customer perspective actually focuses on customer satisfaction, answering the question, how do our customers see us? The internal processes then looks to see how well the business is running and whether we provide what our customers actually want. And the knowledge and growth perspective looks at their people, their skills, training, leadership, and knowledge, answering the question, how can we improve and create value? Ask yourself, from a financial standpoint, as a business, what do I want to achieve? Do I want to increase my revenue? Or do I want to increase my profit? Or do I want to grow? Next, from your customer perspective, what do I need to deliver to them and what are my retention goals? What do I need to provide to these customers to help me achieve those financial goals that I've said previously? After this is your internal processes. What do we need to be good at internally as a business? What are the key areas that we need to focus on to ultimately deliver to our customers, which will then deliver to us our financial goals? For example, marketing, product development, building new relationships, and so on. Lastly is your knowledge and growth. Here you look at 3 things. Number 1, look at your human capital, your employees, and see if you need to expand their knowledge, their skills. Do you invest in their growth and development? Next, you look at the organization capital. You look at your culture. Is it positioned to help you grow, or do you need to enhance it? Is it set for GIE? Next, you look at the information capital, your data systems, IT infrastructure, and so on. The knowledge and growth perspectives are the enablers of your business. Now, what's important to note here is that there is a relationship between all 4 of these perspectives, right? You need to invest in your enablers, your knowledge and growth that will then support your internal processes, which will then help you deliver to your customers, which will eventually end up getting you to your financial goals. This is where a lot of the companies are running into trouble. They set goals and put some financial numbers behind it. Once the numbers are off target, they then scramble to find the cause, which usually is just a symptom and not the root of the problem. The Balance Scorecard helps you get to the root of the problem because your financial goals are tied to your customers, who depend on your internal processes, who obviously depend on your knowledge and your growth. You have to go this deep to find the root cause of the problem. Use the Balance Scorecard to come up with 8 to 12 numbers, 4 max for each area, and monitor them on a weekly basis. This will give you the ability to see the future of your company and help you sleep more soundly. Using the Balance Scorecard to see or to predict your company's success is just one of the 5 habits that I teach to create a culture of what I call growth, innovation, and excellence, or GIE. That is why I have created a free mini course called Growth Equals Innovation Plus Excellence. Click on the link below to check it out right now, or go to velaniconsulting.com/GIE. Again, that's velaniconsulting.com/GIE and register today. Also, subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment on this and any other topics you'd like me to cover in the future. This is Faisal Velani from Velani Consulting, and as usual, let's grow, innovate, and excel together. Until next time.